I've never met a person who left a prison and said, hey, I'll see you when I come back. But I met a lot of people who came back.
When you get out of incarceration, a lot of programs can point you to resources, tell you where it's at, where to go, but the problem is they don't assist you in those areas. And the reason why I kind of bring that up, because I was incarcerated for 10.5 years. We could teach people all the skills in the world, but if they do not have the basic needs of being able to re-enter back into society, they're just going to be put in a position to go back.
With this project here, this is the first time that a preparatory training program has actually took in consideration the essential needs of the individuals that are being trained. This is broadband infrastructure training. To me, is the brainchild of a good friend of mine, Mr. Chris Larson, who is also formerly justice involved. One of the things that he, as being someone justice impacted, understood is that you can't bring people out of prison and put them into this level of training without dealing with some of the issues that got them incarcerated in the first place. So he asked Terry and I to come in and do soft skills, what we call personal empowerment skills, values, vices, understanding who they are.
I was finding my way going back to old habits, starting to slip off, thinking nobody knew I was getting back on drugs or hanging out in the casinos, I wasn't existing.
After doing 15.5 years, a lot of stuff has changed. Nothing was the same when I got out. Man, was it intimidating. Yeah, there's quite a few different times I wanted to quit. There's a lot of programs that, don't like individuals that have, violent offenses, so a lot of us guys are intimidated when we come out, not knowing, where we're going to get a job, how we're going to provide for our families, how we're going to provide for self.
I actually spent the last couple of years homeless and going in and out of the county. I was going down a really dark path over the last couple of years, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to end up doing. These guys really gave me a chance to kind of change the trajectory of my life.
I've never felt fulfilled before. I've never felt truly needed in anything. I've been struggling with homelessness since I was 17, and I've never been to a place with people who are so emotionally intelligent and welcoming and just as determined as you are to want a better future for yourself.
Having never have had a job a day in my life, I stood on the roof at the Filipino Community Center in my neighborhood and looked down at the old me across the street at the AMPM where I swallowed my first sack of dope running from the police. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if the old me can look up and see the new me at 40, if I was at 16, I could look up and see that there was gonna be a 40-year-old on that roof, I probably would have slowed my roll.
What's going on here today is that we have our broadband infrastructure class out here, and they're boosting the signals out here today in a rural area of Quincy, Washington, to underserved community. Well, I just like to say this is a really, really fantastic thing we're doing. I can see the potential of it really being something on a larger scale beyond the state of Washington. And I just know that, everything happens with the appropriate funding. But we're hoping that this can become something where we don't have to put in for RFPs for grants, where we can just be contracted to say, hey, do the work. It's making a difference.
Everything is technology-based now. If our communities don't have access to internet, how are we going to get our communities to get out of poverty when everything that's being made is around technology? So if we want to compete and we want to make sure that our communities are going to survive, we need to make sure that our communities have that here too. Keep supporting the work that we're doing. Just keep it going because, we got 3 buildings down. There's another 10 ready to go. Like, people are ready to get this service and be able to, succeed in their life. So we got to make sure that it's the people that are doing the work and the people that are community-based that are going to be doing it themselves.
I'm proud of these guys here because a lot of them went from having absolutely no computer skills to even having issues with their phones to now they're designing these networks that are bringing internet to communities that didn't have it before.
Today we are putting together a WISP that gives internet to the whole community here. It's at the community, we have the network set up here at the community center And then there's 10 different spots where all the 10 different houses all get internet for those kids that need to get in touch with school, for the parents who are working from home. Other companies won't come out if they don't have customers. And so this was a place that we were able to come and do that.
Oh, I think it's very much needed, especially now. For me personally, it helped with schooling and it helps my kids with schooling too. So I feel like it's definitely mandatory to have some internet. I know that some of my neighbors, they're field workers, you know, they can't afford to be paying for the cost to get it installed, plus the bills.
It's liberating. It's liberating knowing that we're actually helping people out. You know, I needed a hand up at one point in time because I didn't have a hand up. Felt like I had to do something else, which, you know, I do have regrets about, but, you know, I'm just glad to be able to provide resources so people don't have to do wrong.
We are very excited about this partnership and just looking forward to having access to internet for our residents. Our housing sites that we have are across 7 different counties. We serve a large body of farm worker individuals, and having access to internet is a huge thing. So we're very grateful for that. And we're excited about the impact that it's doing in the community, as well as the work that you all are doing with Fresh Start, as well as the Filipino community. Thank you so much for all the help and just coming in and doing all this work, because it's a lot. So thank you.
It feels great, you know, just giving back to the community instead of taking from it. A lot of us who are formerly incarcerated, it's great to have a second chance at kind of giving back to our communities instead of tearing them down.
I mean, like the Filipino Community Center, they took a chance on us. There's a lot of people out there that thought that this program wasn't gonna be a success. These people out here, my classmates, some is going to cybersecurity, they're escalating. They're doing something. So a whole lot of people are choking right now because they didn't think we were gonna do it, but we're doing it.
Man, I definitely do believe that, you know, more support needs to be behind this program, because it's an honorable program, man. Not only are we helping out individuals get this Wi-Fi, but also we're giving people second chances in life. And, you know, people like me actually need this, because we want to do good. I want to do good. I'm part of this community, and this helps me be part of the community.
My mom has never said that she was proud of me. My mom is so proud of me right now, it's sickening. Because she tells me frequently, I'm so proud of you. That makes me feel like somebody, because I didn't used to feel like this like I do now. When we're done and we're pulling off and you look and you be like, I rocked that. That's how it makes me feel.
5 years from now, I see myself in a suit. Yeah, first and foremost. I see myself ready to put my time in. I spent 20 years on them streets. Then I did 20 years in the penitentiary. Now I come home 50-50. I have to feed the part of me that's gonna be here in 5 years, if that makes sense. If I feed that, I don't got 5 years if I go anywhere else.
We've laid down like great foundational work, and the people we've put in commitment, and we're here for the long haul. So please, if you want to put your time and energy and resources towards something, please keep us in mind.
I mean, most people thought that it was a training opportunity to be able to give somebody training skills in broadband. But today, they see that this is a transformational opportunity. The people that have come in to look at the program are amazed and very impressed by this opportunity. But once again, this opportunity cannot be accomplished without the funding that's necessary to be able to put it on. And anything worthwhile is worth investing in. Today, this is one community, thanks to Equity Education, Filipino Community Center, Catholic Community Services, and all the partners in the coalition, that these children here have access to be able to do in-home schooling, to be able to do internet, to be able to do whatever is necessary for them to be able to fly. Represent the eagles that are flying in the pack together. So are we standing as an example to give that opportunity for those young men and women that live in this community here.